What is going on, everyone? Guiding Light here, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how you can craft the beam gun here in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now this weapon is by far one of my favorite Wonder Waffle weapons to ever come into Zombies, and it can be built very quickly here on this brand new map, Terminus. Now I'm going to walk you guys through all the steps. It actually is quite a few steps, and you can do it in solo squads, does not matter, which is the best part about it. Now keep in mind, guys, once you guys have played, if you're on solo, you can now back out of your matches and save your progress and come back in later, which is pretty amazing. So the first thing that you will have to do, we're going to walk you guys through every single step on how it is that you can build this weapon. Now, the very first step will have you guys turning on the power and getting to Pack-a-Punch as you would just in about every other match that you play. Now, this can be walked through with the gold objectives that actually tells you exactly what to do. There will be 3 generators you have to charge up. Once they're charging, you have to defend them, and it will tell you where all 3 of these generators are. So this is actually the second one already. Now, if the generator fails, you have to wait until the next round to charge it up. So it is a little important to try to get this done on your first try, because each round that goes by is going to make completing this objective harder and harder as the zombies increase difficulty. So very quickly, we're just going to wrap up all 3 generators and get to the Pack-a-Punch machine. Now, once you have turned on Pack-a-Punch, you've built up a bit of points, you will be able to start the objective to build this weapon. So there will be 3 terminals which you have to turn on. I'm going to show you guys where all 3 of these terminals are located. The first one, if you're already by Pack-a-Punch, you can come and turn on right here by the boat dock. Next to the cave entrance, there is this small gate, and you will find the first terminal here. Now you'll notice that not only does it give you a symbol, but there is a letter on it. There's X, Y, and Z marked on them as well. So that's going to be the first terminal you will want to turn on, and take a look at those symbols. Now the second terminal is going to be located back up towards the spawn. There's 2 more terminals we're going to turn on up here. So head back up towards the spawn area, back through Jug, and this is the way that you want to go. Now there's other routes, but they will cost a bit of money. We're going to come back up to the spawn here. You'll notice we're right outside of the armory, and when we take a left, there's actually another terminal that's hidden back here. You can turn this on and take a look at the code. It's this one is Z. So you'll notice we're right here next to the armory. Now after this, go back up to the original spawn. So we're still in the armory. We're going to head back up to the original spawn point, back through where the quick revive machine is, and there's another terminal over here. So you maybe need to buy a few doors in order to get to it, or take the longer way around. But open this up and you'll find the terminal here on the right side. So now you'll have all 3 terminals and you will be ready to go. Now from here, you will need to Pack-a-Punch your weapon, and you will need to put on dead wire as well. So now you will want to build up some points and some salvage. The salvage is those green packs that drop every so often, and you're going to need to put on dead wire. It costs about 500. Just make sure that you do put dead wire on your weapon. Now the reason why is because this is going to give your weapon electricity damage, and it will also allow you guys to actually power up certain items on the map using that electricity. So now that you have dead wire, we're going to head back down to the Pack-a-Punch machine. Now from here, go ahead and drop in, raise up the Pack-a-Punch, and then Pack-a-Punch your weapon. And I will show you the next step after. So from here, you will want to also have about 500 points saved up. You're going to ride the lift up, and there's 3 electrical panels you have to fire on. You have to do it in the right order though, or it will not count. And not only will it not count, but you're going to have to waste your money resetting the elevator and wait quite a while for the elevator to reset. It's about 2 minutes. So if you fail, it's okay. You can just reset. But like I said, the faster you get this done, the better, because each round that goes by increases difficulty. So make sure you shoot this panel first up in there. After that, you'll know the second one's ready because you'll see the static on it. It'll transfer to this third panel there, and you can get that third panel shot. Now, ideally, you would just want to ride the elevator up and do it that way, but I messed up a few times, so I actually had to run all the way around. Now, I'm not sure if there's a timer on how long this electricity will last, but luckily I was able to make it back around even by sprinting around. So if there is a timer, it's quite long. Now, either ride the lift up if you didn't have the cooldown, or just simply run it all the way around back to the Juggernaut room, and I'll show you guys how to get the next couple electrical panels. So there's going to be 2 or 3 more panels. You still have to shoot them in the right order though. So come down here into the Juggernaut room. Above that old generator, you can shoot this panel, and then there's going to be another one here, and it will open up this secret room. Now in this secret room, this is where you will be able to build the weapon. But the first thing you'll have to do is take out that zombie on the floor who will drop a part. Once you have that part, we're going to simply follow my path and I'm going to show you guys where you need to go. So we come back here to the left. You're going to take that part into this room where you will find a secret briefcase. From there, you can open up the briefcase and get another part, which we will then use to start crafting this weapon. So pop open this briefcase, take out this additional part. Now you can go back to the build room, and from here we will want to insert the part into the computer. This will allow us to open up a secret code. Now you can get the code by simply solving the equation on the whiteboard, but if you don't want to deal with that, you can go and spend 5,000 points and get the code that way. So we're going to come back here to the spawn room. You can bribe the NPC that's up here, this vendor, and he will give you the 3-digit code. From there, you can simply take that 3-digit code back down to that terminal and enter it, and I'll show you guys exactly what to do. So back to the spawn, you may not have realized, but there is a secret NPC in here. You can talk to him and he will display the code on this monitor for you, and you can go back down and enter it. So come back in here, enter the 3-digit code. It will be different for everybody in each game that you play. It's always going to be changing, so you can't copy mine, but just enter whatever code it gives you. And then from there, you will be able to actually access the workbench. Now that you can access the workbench, you will want to begin collecting the parts, and I'll show you where you can get all of them. So now that that code is entered, there will be a bunch of dialogue, but you will want to go and end the round. You will have to end the round in order to do the next step. So once the round's over, come look at this computer screen. You're going to see a map or a replica of the map, and it will have a red dot showing you where you need to go next. Now, I'm not sure if this changes every time you play, but this is where it was for me. So now we're going to hop on a boat. If you guys haven't played this map very much, there's actually multiple different places where you can get onto a boat. So there's one in the dock, there's one in the pack-a-punch room, and there's a couple more scattered around. We're going to hop on a boat and we're going to go to that location which we marked. So in case you've never used the boats, I'll just very quickly show you how you can get one. Come down here, you need to spend 500 points. Now sometimes there are boats already in the spawns, but if you don't want to try and find one, you can just simply spawn one in right here for 500 points. And then we're going to use that boat, we're going to head over to that location that was marked on that radar. So take the boat over to the secret island, which is marked on radar. From there, come up to the secret orb, which is spawned in. Hold square. What this is going to do is it's going to basically tell you that you have to take out a zombie in the area. Eventually, after about 10 or 20 seconds, it will select a zombie and they will turn blue. What you want to do is take out that blue zombie who will then drop an orb. You want to use this orb to charge up the bigger orb. You have to take the small orbs back to the big orb. So as you can see, I just got my first small orb to drop. Now keep in mind, guys, once you pick up that orb, you will not be able to reload without dropping the orb, and you're just going to slow you down a little bit. Luckily, you can still shoot a little bit. However, it is going to limit you a little bit there, so just keep that in mind. So you can pick up this orb and simply walk it back to the big orb, and you will have to do this 2 times. So once you've brought 2 of these small orbs back, the big orb will actually shoot off into a new island, but it will drop a part behind. So be sure to pick up that part, and you will want to then follow the orb to the new location. So basically go to the other small island. There's 3 small islands. You're going to end up going to all 3 of them. Now we're going to chase the orb down, but it's going to be a different color. This time it'll be green, and it's going to be on this bigger island with all the trees on it and the small caves. So come over here. You're going to have to do the exact same thing, but this time with the green one. This one was actually a bit tougher, just to keep in mind. Now it is probably because I was playing solo and my weapons probably could have been a bit stronger than they really were. However, just keep in mind this one is a bit tougher due to the narrow pathways and things like that. On top of that, there's going to be the floating zombies that are going to shoot at you as well. So this definitely took me a little while to get done. But eventually you can just simply deposit 2 green orbs and it will repeat the same process. The big orb will shoot off and you have to track it down to the next area. But just keep in mind that once you take out this green orb, that it will drop a part and you need to make sure to pick that up. So keep an eye on where the orb shoots off to, or just simply go to the next small island and we will do the process again. This time the orb will be purple and you just need to make sure to pick up this part before leaving. So if you hop on your boat, you can just follow my path over to the next island. We're going to repeat the same process this time with the purple orb. You just deposit 2 of the smaller orbs in and then it will drop yet another part for you. So once you have deposited these 2 orbs, we will be ready to go to the next step, and you'll notice that the screen turns white to confirm that it's pretty much done. Now pick up the last part, and we're going to go back to the mainland. Once you go back to mainland, you can actually go and craft the weapon immediately, and it is a pretty amazing weapon. I was using it up to around like 25 and it was still doing great damage. So hopefully this helps you out. This is all the steps included on how to build it. I'll be making a ton more videos, Easter egg guides along the way. So if you're new, be sure to subscribe or check out some of the other videos about some of the hidden Easter eggs on the map. Hopefully have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.